LEGO has been making animals for over 64 years, and here are just a few of the examples that I have. Dilophosaurus, skunk, owl, bird, squirrel, the infamous LEGO frog. But LEGO didn't always make molded animals, so today we're going to be going back to the very beginning and looking at the history of how they evolved. In 1961, we had set 703 Small Basic Set, and this is the earliest example that I can find that had brick-built animals in it. Before this, they were just doing like a lot of cars and houses. 3 years later, in 1964, we get the Cowboy and Pony set, and this is the first example of an animal being used as a play feature. Then in 1975, before we had the minifigure, we had these people. And this set 255 was called Farming, and this is the very first set where animals were a prominent play feature in the set, and we got several different kinds. And then in 1976, LEGO had released these precursors to the modern minifigure, and in set 617, titled Cowboys, we get to see our first example of a minifigure riding a horse. In that same year, we also had set 697 called Stagecoach, and this is our first example of horses pulling a carriage. And then with the Castle set released in 1978, we get to see the very first modern version of the minifigure, but it's still riding a brick-built horse. And then our very first molded, non-brick-built animals actually came out in the Duplo set, Farm Animals, in 1979. And then with set 6010 in 1984, we finally see our very first modern minifigure and modern mold animal with the horse. And this is the Supply Wagon set. And then in 1989, LEGO expanded their collection of minifigure scale molded animals. With the Forbidden Island set, you could get a monkey, a shark, and this parrot.